Woo. What's up, Jonathan? How are you? What's going on? So I didn't really give any notice for this live. I've been having technical difficulties with my equipment, so I haven't been able to do like a real show. But I wanted to pop on here and still chat with y'all about some of the NCAA women's games that I've been watching because we had some really good ones this past yesterday. Yesterday I watched yesterday I watched Notre Dame and USC, and then I watched Michigan and UConn. Those were really really good games. Um, they came down to the wire. Not to hate on UConn, but I was kind of pulling for Michigan to make a comeback because they didn't look great in the beginning. It looked like UConn was just gonna run right through them, but second half they really turned it up. Fourth quarter they turned it up, made it a real game, and it came down to last second shots. Same thing with Notre Dame and USC. Now it wasn't like a blowout situation happening, but it was definitely a down to the wire type game. And Hannah put on her cape and did what she does best. That last shot that she took, I don't know if y'all watched. That last shot that she took, make a break, because she had open teammates that were there, and she had what's her name? I keep wanting to call her Adrian. That's not her name. What's the? See, I shouldn't have said Adrian out loud because I don't remember her name. Not, not, not Jazzy, but she was a freshman for USC last year. She played with Juju. What is her name? I can't think of her name now. Somebody in the chat will let me know. I can't. Oh, it's not Adrian. Why did I say Adrian? Because now it's stuck in my head. What is that girl's name? Somebody tell me in the chat. What's the light skinned girl's name who was a freshman last year? She's a sophomore this year. She played with Juju on USC. She was going to be the next great freshman player. I can't think of her name. I have the game on now because I wanted to watch the last few minutes of the game of the Notre Dame. What is this lady's name right here? I'm gonna have to look it up. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of her name, but it was a good game. Like I was very proud of KK Bransford. I was very proud of De Jesus, um, Sanchez, Prosper. Prosper wasn't great offensively. She wasn't doing super great offensively, but she did give Notre Dame a timely three when we needed it, um, and kept us in the game. Kept it getting from getting too far ahead, but that was a good game. Now I had to watch this in my car. I was on my way home from work, and then I stopped at the grocery store. So I was literally watching the last few minutes of this game in my car on my phone because I didn't want to get out until it was over. But right now I have the game on. 2 minutes and 21 seconds. USC just hit a shot. Jazzy hit a shot. So it's 57-57. Um, so I'm just watching the end of that. I'm very like KK seemed to have so much injury coming off so much energy coming off an injury. She seems to have so much speed to her game. She was so much more active than I normally see her. She was aggressively rebounding the ball. She was aggressive taking shots. So was super proud of her. Super proud of her. I'm gonna have to get my glasses on because I can't really see what that says. Hold on. What is this lady's name? Are they gonna show her jersey? Oh, I can't think of her name, and her ponytail is hiding her jersey. Jonathan says, "What do you think about new recruits, aka the freshmen so far for women's basketball?" I don't know all of them. I've only seen a few on the teams that I've watched. Um, I think they're doing okay. I mean, I haven't seen anything break out. Now this at this point in time, we're just starting to play like some teams are really starting to play actual other ranked team and competition that's closer to what they can offer. So I'm just now starting to see stuff. So I mean, what other teams have done, not playing like big competition, I haven't really been paying attention to that. But I like South Carolina's. I like our recruits. I like our freshmen that we have. Same thing with LSU. I hadn't heard of any of the recruits from Notre Dame that came over. I do think that we need more from them because Hannah can't do it all. But I was very happy, like I said, to see De Jesus and KK step up. But I didn't realize that Notre Dame has so many different recruits. So as I continue to watch them this season, I'll keep my eye on them. But I don't have anybody per se that I can think of that's just like standing out on other teams. Like I said, I do like a Colt on South Carolina. She's a recruit. Um, we have McKeer on South Carolina. That's a freshman. I like her. I think she's swift. She's swift and she's like fluid. I like the way she plays. Zakiya Johnson, yep, Zakiya on LSU. I think she's really good. I like her. I really like the way she plays. She's going to be dangerous in this the next few years. I'm pretty sure. Jonathan says Zakiya Johnson, Grace Knox, and Bella Hines from LSU. Yeah, I like all three of those. Hannah Hidalgo is such a Wolverine. Aaliyah Chavez from Oklahoma and Jazzy Davison from USC. How do you think it's going? How do you think they're doing so far? Who? The freshmen? How do I think the freshmen are doing so far? Like I said, I haven't really been. Oh, nice pass. I haven't really been like paying super attention yet. Once we get into like conference play and we start having like big games like the USC Notre Dame matchup, the Michigan UConn matchup, those types of things. I know we have like Duke coming up. I don't know how I feel about Duke. Duke hasn't really done it for me this season yet. They fell out of top 25 ranking, so I don't know. I feel like Duke is always like one of those schools that you want to get up for and play. But I don't know, something's been lacking for them. Like the games that I've seen them lose is just it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary to lose those games. So I'm just gonna keep my eyes out and keep watching and see how these teams do. But yeah, this USC Notre Dame game was really good. And then the like UConn Michigan, like I was telling you, like I thought that uh UConn was just gonna run away with it. I mean, they were doing whatever they wanted to do. You get and the fact was in the beginning, um, AZ Fudd wasn't even like doing a lot yet. She hadn't even got going yet. You had Sarah Strong, KK. I don't think she hit a couple shots, but she wasn't as dominant. This miss by Jazzy Davison is gonna hunt her for a minute. They ran a set with less than 30 seconds to go, USC. Jazzy Davison open at the basket. It's just a turnaround and put up. She misses the layup, which is so crazy to me. She misses it. That gives Notre Dame the opportunity to go down and score. Now we could have tied it up with Hannah's shot, and it probably would have went into overtime. But her missing that shot and then Hannah hitting the shot is what what gave the game away. But back to the UConn and Michigan game, it was all it was all UConn. Anything they wanted to do, they could do. And then and Michigan was missing everything. I'm like watching and I'm like, y'all were not doing this against Notre Dame. Where was this team that was beating Notre Dame by like 40 points, hitting all these shots? They were not. I didn't see nobody hitting nothing. Everybody, it's a brick every time. But like I said, halftime came around, and the run that Syla Sword went on, woof, that girl went on a heater. Like every time she needed to hit a shot, especially that last couple minutes, oh my, it was like a video game. She was like hitting everything. Like it was one play where she's coming off a screen, coming around. I mean, she's full speed running around. It wasn't a stop and pop. It was a catch the ball as she's running around, jump up in the air, shoot that thing. Girl, it was good. It was some good basketball. I highly enjoyed that game, and I'm not even a fan of UConn or Notre Dame. I mean UConn or Michigan, even though I'm from Michigan, but I'm not a fan like that. So that was a fun game to watch. I was excited after watching those games. Skylar hitting 8 3-pointers was wild. Yeah, it was a sight to see. It was good. Like after a while they had turned it on. Michigan had turned it on and it was just like it was raining shots and had they it was a possibility for them to hold on and maybe tie at the end of the game, but it was a broken up play. I want to say it was Syla that missed that the ball got away from her, kind of turned it over, but then UConn turned it over again, and then by the time they got the ball, it was too late to do anything with it. So the time expired on them. But man, that was a good run. Is it Adrian Jones? Is that her name? Adrian Smith? What's that girl's name for UConn? Somebody tell me. Tell me, Jonathan. What's the person's name? Her last name, is it Jones? Smith. Her last name is Smith. London's last name is Jones. Also, one thing I didn't even pay attention to at this time, Smith is trying to, let me rewind it. Notre Dame, it's only 1 second left. It's time for USC to inbound the ball. And who deflected? Who's that jumping up and down? Somebody on Notre Dame jumps up and down, deflecting it. And they get the game. They break it up. I think that's Prosper. Yep, it was Prosper. Prosper deflected the ball. There you go. There you go, Cass. No, not Heckle. I'm talking about on USC. She was a freshman last year. Her last name is Smith. What's her first name? I keep wanting to say Adrian, but I don't think that's her first name. That's crazy. It's so crazy for these games to end like that, and then they got to go high five each other at the end. That's crazy. That's crazy. Kennedy, that's her name. Yes, thank you. Kennedy Smith. Always been bothering me. I don't know where I get Adrian from. Kennedy Smith. That's who was guarding uh Hannah Hidalgo when she took that shot and made it. Man, I'm trying this everybody been talking about these cut waters. So I finally got one. I just got the regular margarita. I mean, I could see how people get a little tipsy off of it. I'm not going to drink it all cuz it's 300 calories and I'm not trying to waste my calories on that. That had to be one of Kennedy's biggest challenges, her trying to defend Hannah. Yeah. Hannah, I feel like she had like 27 steals. She didn't have that many, but she was just all over that ball. She was getting deflections left and right. You cannot have that ball in front of that girl because it's going to end up out of your hands. Um, it was a crazy game. The freshman, Jazzy Davidson, I think they said she had 8 turnovers. Um, that missed shot, Kennedy Smith with that trying to get the ball inbounded and Kassan Prosper knocking it away. Her trying to guard Hannah, and it didn't matter what was in front of her. She still made that shot. And her hand was in Hannah's face. And Hannah, I don't know, I guess she didn't see her hand. She um, definitely hit that shot, which is crazy. I love that for her. Hopefully, they don't I don't they don't play anybody huge this next game. But hopefully that would allow Notre Dame to climb up a little bit because they knocked them down to 24. They not a horrible team, but a lot does depend on Hannah. So I could see maybe why they didn't rank them as high, but 24 for them to fall down to 24 is wild to me. But they did beat a ranked team in USC, so I'm thinking Notre Dame might. They got to jump up top 15. They got to jump up top 15. That 24 is wild. But anyway, watching South Carolina, I did see the South Carolina games. I did see LSU. I mean, they've been blowout games. It's just not. I watch them and then I kind of don't pay attention anymore. Like I watch it just to see what's going on, but when they're up by 20 and 30, it's just not interesting to me. Like, on LSU side, for Wally, Lay is doing what Lay does, and for them to play the teams that they play, that's like no pun intended, but that's like butter for Lay. That's like this. That's highlight reel after highlight reel after highlight reel. And she does that against ranked opponents, so like she's licking her chops to just like go off against some of these lesser competitive teams. So to see her like try that 360, I don't know if y'all saw that. She tried that 360 layup or whatever that was. She missed it, but that would have been crazy had it gone on. I've seen a behind the back pass. Lay is showtime. Lay give her an open floor and she's showtime. She's hitting threes left and right. I think they said she's somewhere at like 40%. She's averaging like 20 something points a game. Up from her 11 points a game her previous years at South Carolina. But again, they're not playing like a bunch of competition. So this is like food. It's just like food, like Big Foe, Michaela, MK12, um, Lay, looking at Zakiah Johnson, uh, looking at these players, they're just like they're eating these teams up. So It's like open season. Same thing with South Carolina. Although I don't want to say I'm a little bit more critical. There's some things that I like to see them do a little different. Um, I don't want I don't want the I want them to be challenged. Same thing with LSU. I want them to be challenged. I don't want them to think it's too easy because when they do start playing competition, I don't want it to be something that is going to be so challenging to them that they don't make the right decisions. But South Carolina did play USC, took care of them like I knew they would. But I was happy to see Adele out there. I think the last game everybody scored except for Dauda. I don't know if Dauda ever got her points or not, but everybody scored that was out there except for her. So that was good. I love to see Adele out there running the floor, getting her shots in. Raven's still my number one. That's my number one. I was just happy to see just her facilitating, her passing, her taking shots. She only scored three, but she was more of a facilitator. Um, let me see who else. Uh, Tessa, big time Tess. She's been doing okay. I want to see her take more shots and make them. It seems like her 3 point is kind of a little rusty. I would like to see her improve a little bit. But Tess is still a bucket. Tess is still a bucket. So I'm not too worried about her, but I would like her to get it going. Hannah, Malaysia, Sarah Strong, Jazzy are the best stealing players on the team. You can't have that ball in front of them. Yeah. Lay, yep. Lay was poking that ball away. Sarah Strong, I saw her. Jazzy, I've seen her. I don't think at least I haven't seen her do as much as, say, a Hannah or Lay, but I did see a couple of deflections from her. Raven putting up more numbers this season. Yeah, I think Raven knows that the talk is for her to be considered a first rounder. She has to have more of an offensive presence. For me, I don't think she needs that. I don't think that should be a determining factor whether a team wants to have her or not if she could score, because she's a point guard and she's doing what a true point guard is supposed to do. They're not they're not the people that get all the points. You know what I'm saying? The point guard is supposed to be facilitated and leading the team. So I think she's been working on her shot because she's shot before. It wasn't last season, the season before she was doing her thing. Um, but I think this season she really wanted to be more well rounded. I think she saw the progression of where Pow Pow was, and then what she did in her off season and the way she looked her fifth year was really something, really a turnaround. She ended up going in first round, if I'm not mistaken. So I think she saw that. I think she talked to Dawn Staley and she said, "What do I need to do to get ready for the W?" And she was working on that. So I think she's looking to be more of an offensive threat than she has been in the seasons past. So we shall see. But I always thought Raven's shot was so pretty. I just love the way she shoots the ball. She don't be making it. She wasn't making a lot of them last season, but I just love the way she shoots the ball. But I mean, she's going to be in good hands, I think. Once she gets drafted, I think she will. For me, I think Raven should be a first round pick. That's just what I think. And I think once she gets there, she's going to have the best possible resources once she gets there. Chelsea Gray is her favorite player, and I think they've already had conversations. So I think that'll just continue. Same thing when she, has conversations with Asia. And I think some of the other younger players that's around the league will also, kind of pour into her, just like, she's friends with Angel, she's friends with Camilla. She has a lot of friends around the league that are there right now. So I think she'll be good once she gets there. Raven needs her assist to be up and she'll be a draft pick. Yeah, her assist, but I always say like she gets the ball where it needs to go to. Sometimes they make that extra pass and that's where her assists go down. It's not like she's not assisting because she's not passing the ball. She don't get that assist credit because it's usually a pass to somebody else. She does do a good job of just direct pass straight to shots, but sometimes people miss the shots and things like that. So I think if I don't want not recruiters, they're not called recruiters in the W, but whatever, the scouts or the people that's looking at who they want to recruit are actually like watching them play. I think her overall game is much better than what the box scores say. You know what I'm saying? So, and I might be biased because that's my girl. So I mean, if I am biased, then I will. Tomorrow we got some games on, but it's not anybody that I can see that's big. I have to work tomorrow, so I won't be really watching much of anything. I do know Notre Dame plays tomorrow. I think South Carolina plays tomorrow, but they're not like big teams or anything like that. So I'll be fine just watching the scores on the ESPN app that I watch. But uh, I didn't have much tonight. I just wanted to hop on while I'm was waiting for my food to get done actually, and just talk about some of these games and some things like that. But I'm not gonna hold y'all. I have to go to bed. I have to wake up super early for work. I'm gonna finish eating my meal. But we'll talk games some more. Hopefully, I can get my stuff fixed so I can actually have um, a real show while I'm in my stew. um, but I'll come back to y'all one way or the other. I'd rather have a point guard that can run the offense very well than a point guard who averages 10 assists and 10 turnovers a game. That part. Raven is a true point guard, and I think any team that gets her is going to be super impressed with her. And once she learns whatever program they have, whatever system they have, she's going to be a true asset to that team. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. Oh, tomorrow before I go is the draft lottery. So we have who do we have? Chicago, Minnesota, Dallas. Who else? It ain't LA. Raven is a very good defender. You're right. Chicago, Minnesota, Dallas, and is it Connecticut or Washington? I don't have my all my stuff is dead, so I can't look up anything. But the draft lottery is tomorrow. I think they said six Eastern, which is 5 Central my time. Um, I might come on live if I'm at home from work. We'll talk about that. Um, I think Dallas will end up with the first pick, but it'd be so crazy if Minnesota ends up with it, which would be wild. Um, oh, it is Washington because Kiki's going to be there as a representative. So it's Washington, it's Chicago, it's Minnesota, and it's Dallas. So we'll find out who gets the top. Is it five people? It's top four picks. Top four picks because I think that's who they had. They had Maddie Segrist from Dallas. They had Nadia, who's the executive of Chicago. They had Kiki from Washington, and they had the Stud Buds from Minnesota that I can remember. So we'll talk maybe after the draft lottery if y'all want to. But yeah, I'm about to get out of here so I can finish eating and then get ready for bed. But I will talk to y'all later. Thank you, Jonathan, for chatting with me. I appreciate it, being in the chat, being active. Everybody else, whoever's a part of the replay game, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out, y'all.